When I was born, I had a really bad outie for a long time. And my mother taped a $50, that's what the doctor told her to do in the 70s, taped a $50 to my belly to try and get that to go in. And I always had I'll say a non-traditional style of belly button. So it was always just this little pop. As I gained weight and got bigger and wasn't as thin as I could be, it just progressively got worse. Now it just grew until finally it got to the point where it looked like I had a fanny pack underneath my belt, underneath my shirt.
Mr. Camire is such a great guy. He immediately, you just like the guy when you meet him. So he came to my office and said, "Hey, I got this problem," and he lifted up his shirt and I said, "Yes, you do." So he had quite a hernia, and it was one that looked very big on the outside, but from a hernia surgeon's perspective, that's a great hernia because it's actually not that big of a defect. The actual defect in the muscles was probably only about 4 to 5 centimeters.
The first appointment, technically I'd say, was the screening at the hospital when he looked at it. He examined me, laid me down, took some pictures. His first reaction was, "Wow, that's a big hernia." And then we talked about what some courses of action I could do. He talked about doing it robotically, told me that would be the least invasive and get me back going within a short amount of time.
He was an ideal candidate. Mr. Camire is a little bit overweight, so the robot gives us the advantage of being able to operate on him with a minimally invasive approach. He had 3 small little 8mm incisions. We were able to go inside, sew up that hole in the muscles, and pull that hernia sac down that was sticking out and bulging out. And then we reinforced that with a piece of mesh on the inside that we also sewed in. So his surgery went great, and he went home the same day, so didn't spend any time in the hospital. And then came back to see me a week later and was already, off of all his pain medication, up, walking around, and doing very well.
It went a lot faster than I expected. I'll say that. It was here, and then the surgery came, and everything was done, and I was home. There wasn't a lot of back and forth where we had to come back and go. So I would definitely recommend. The robot was interesting to see. You get to go and look at it, see what it does, and really, as far as being, I'll say, less invasive, I only have 3 small scars, if you will, right here on the side where everything was done. So.